Yeah. We're trying to leave the game.
Why?
Because we're gonna do something else right now.
Why? Something else.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
For what?
That's what I'm wondering.
Can we have an object? I'm ready.
Alright, we all ready? Our first object is table.
Table.
So my table is it's just completely flat on the floor.
It's just like a plank of wood that you put on the
just
ground.
flat on the floor. Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go with my weaker one first, which isn't that inventive. I just thought it was funny. And I know you said we shouldn't name it, but I did anyways. I present the gable. There's no chairs except those are the chairs and you just sit on it. Yeah, because it's spiky. There's a normal one that's like, soft. But like, so seesaws, right? But hear me out. It's a dinner table. Preferably for first dates because it creates some really good bonding. And basically the goal is to see who can weigh down the seesaw more so they can eat their meal. Ideally you'd be able to balance it out, but if someone bounced, then obviously your meal is flying off of the table.
I enjoy the candle in the middle.
There is a candle in the middle. Preferably would be secured to the seesaw so it didn't light the table on fire.
That's just an added element.
Alright. This is my entry. I call it art.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, wait, but the drawing is actually really good.
This is so scary.
Where do your legs go?
Maddie. Some questions are better left unanswered.
Okay, so I was just gonna cut out the middle and just like you just had the what was it, the crust of the table left, so there's nowhere to put your plate.
The crust?
Like just the edge of the table, so you didn't have anywhere to put your plates or anything. But then I thought of arson. Then I thought of arson.
It's just an on-fire table.
Yeah, Zach, that's not...
Well, no, yeah, I just made a fire pit.
Right.
Next object. I'm ready.
Is everyone ready?
No.
Your next object is
What? Okay.
a lamp.
Lamb.
My lamp, instead of providing light, it takes the light away.
Ah, that was my first idea.
So it's just a black hole?
It's just a black hole.
So you know the Pixar lamp, right?
Uh-huh.
My thought was, Roombas?
Yeah.
Okay. It's just a lamp that hops around and follows you.
That's terrifying.
I put it a human scale.
Why is it
And
bleeding?
see, the fun part is that it has enough intelligence to go feral and start killing people. So,
Maddie and I kind of had a similar idea.
oh no.
I consider it a masterpiece.
Oh.
I mean... it's a lamp. And he can even turn the light on himself.
How big is it?
Very.
You didn't draw a human for scale, but
You can't see him.
it's that big. Oh, no.
Okay, so basically, there's just a light in a sealed barrel. That's the entire thing.
Yeah.
That's the entire thing. On the left is what it looks like from the outside.
It's
on
like
the right
it's
is
like
the
a
inside.
refrigerator. You don't know if it's on or not when it's closed. All right, next object. It's bathtub.
What?
My bathtub isn't that extreme, but it's just really just an awful experience for anyone involved. So, here it is.
What?
Oh.
Is it spiky?
Yeah,
just-
like you could see it right there. There's like the profile of the bottom.
Yeah,
of
that's
the
pretty bad.
tub. If it's
Oh,
just
here it
human
is.
feet. Oh.
It's just legs. That's it.
That is so
Something like
hairy.
that definitely exists somewhere.
It's just a bathtub with human legs.
Why are they hairy?
Mine is not as cursed as Maddie's, but I still like it. It's not a masterpiece or anything, but it's it's like up there.
What the hell is that?
It's just upside down.
Just upside down. So the water just falls off?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like to imagine that anyone using this has to lay on top of the bath. Just take the shower water directly to the face.
No, I have a funnier, like, that's funny, but I think it's funnier to imagine, like, you know how, like, when you shower, you don't just turn on the shower and you're showering, like, you let it, like, warm up a little bit. I'm just imagining someone struggling to, like, climb on top of it, because it's so slippery and they just keep falling off.
Mine's like a lot more plain and simple, and as I was saying, not functional.
If
Disappointing.
it's just a tub with a hole in it.
Yeah.
It's a tub with a hole in it.
Not just one hole.
Why is
Multiple.
this such a dingy looking bathtub?
I don't know. That's the first one that came up.
Are you ready?
Not really.
That's how I'll ever be.
Car.
Oh, right.
No.
Observe the wheel.
So my car, it's basically like a normal car. It's just that it's, I'm just gonna put it in. It's really short, and you lay down to drive it.
So, four-wheel drive, I took that concept and said, why don't I make it all-wheel drive? I decided cars don't need directions. So, it's wide, except it's not just wide. These are lights, by the way. I feel like I need to do this visualization because I just want to show how I imagine this car
This is an omnidirectional car.
travels
So the wheels
in the
are
same
like
direction.
spheres and not wheels.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. My turn. Behold!
Oh, that's just a house. Wait, blocks.
Wait.
Nah, look, you got wheels and an aggressive front splitter. So
How do the
everyone
wheels
knows you're in
turn?
business.
I love
this
staircase
It
in
is
the window.
infinity stories tall.
I just can't get over that the wheels are squares within a rounded edge.
I hate it.
Yeah, I don't have any explanation for this.
What the hell is this?
Why are there chains?
Why are there
To
chains?
keep it contained.
Okay, but would it gallop like a car? So like 2 feet.
Like a
2 feet,
what?
Or would it just
Like a car.
like a horse? What's your snack?
It's a chocolate bar. And then some like pretzels.
Is it a good chocolate bar or is it Hershey's?
Hershey's are good chocolate bars.
Leave!
No,
Alright.
they're not.
How do
No,
I
they're
leave?
not. No, they're not.
Alright, well the object is sword. So as I stated earlier, my sword is a two-handed weapon. However, it is not in the traditional sense of two-handed.
It's a Mezzaluna.
That's good.
I hate it. Okay, so this is my first idea. It's not that creative, but it's kind of like Dungarees. It's just a flower.
Oh.
And there's just a lot of blades, and there's like a little handle.
Does
And
it
then
work like
just-
one of those little windmills?
I mean, it could be a windmill. That would probably be better. But then I thought of one that was worse. And
Oh.
that's basically it. Except it's like sentient, so it just kind of like grabs, but it also has really sharp nails. So you could just kind of choke someone with your sword. Yeah.
I'll put my basic ass entries in now. So, like like a sword, like the typical sword, it's like it's like thicker in the middle than it is at the edges. So I was like, what if you just inversed that?
Um,
So that's how I got the one on the left. And then the one on the right, I was like, what if the handle was the blade? And the blade was the handle.
So you're just constantly cutting open your hands.
Or
Yes.
it's just like a dagger with a really long handle.
I
Maybe
think
like a
that's
pike
funny.
at this point.
yeah.
That's true.
Sword, handle.
The object is elevator. For my elevator, you just kind of removed the walls and floor, and you just kind of hang on the ceiling as it goes.
Why is it so big?
Not to
It's
scale.
not to scale.
It says it right there, Zach. Mine's kind of similar. So
Oh, I forgot.
please join the stream. I basically decided that I was going to do 2 ways of going down and then 1 way of going up because an elevator has to go both ways. So I made a diagram. Please follow along because it's a little complicated.
Wow.
So, okay, so number 1, basically you kind of go in with this little harness situation, and you press the floor that you want to go onto, and then the second you step in, like there's a little platform here. The second you step in, this like fucking like claw machine just hooks onto your harness, and it just plummets you like a little bungee jump situation. But then the second you hit the floor you want, you just go like flump like up, and then like at some point like it just kind of like slides you, and you just kind of go flinging out. It's a little rough. Number 2, basically you press the floor that you want. It's a free fall. And you jump in and there's a net, and then you fall into the net and you bounce up, and then as you're bouncing up and falling again, there's a little like slide that basically comes out for the floor you want, and you hit the slide and you go sliding out.
Ow.
And then, so to go up, big ass fan. Basically you go in and there's just a big ass fan and you get blown up. And then obviously, again, this is the door. You select the floor you want before you go in, and you step in, and you get blown up. And then as you're all the way up and you're falling, then a little platform comes out for the floor you want. It's like cushioned, it's like nice and soft. And you land on it, and you bounce a little bit, and you gain your footing, and then you just step out. So this one's probably the most calm.
I've been thinking, I've realized that I didn't really ruin an elevator, I just made it better. So before I in my magnum opus, preface a little bit. You know how like sometimes an elevator will be like unnecessarily slow? Fixed that. With jets. There's a little jet system in there. 2 ways. On the little diagram in the middle, the one on the left, that jet it points down, so it pushes the elevator up, and then the one on the right, that's the one where the thrusters facing upwards that goes down.
So my first one is bad. You just walk in and the door closes and it locks and you have to subscribe to get out. So the door is open and it's just a ladder. You cannot move the elevator. You have to climb the ladder. But
That was good.